Welcome to Home with Simone. My name is Simone, and as always, a huge thank you to each and every single one of you that continuously supports my channel. Today's video, I'm taking you guys along with me. It's a little bit of a clean and organize and prep for the next 2 weeks. I had to do some grocery shopping, and I figured since I was doing this and I had never done a video about the process, that I would share my process with you. This does take me the better half of the day. I shop for my groceries from 3 different places on a regular. The first thing I do is I get my meats from the halal butcher, and then I get my vegetables and my fruits and those things from the Chinese supermarket. And then I order things like my diet sodas, my sparkling water, regular water, any sort of drinks, condiments, things like that. I get from Food Basics, which is just a grocery store close in my area. Those I tend to order and have them delivered, but the butcher and the Chinese supermarket, that's where I physically go. So it could take a little bit of time to go and do that because I don't drive, but luckily I get to incorporate some exercise when I'm doing my chores. These 2 places are very close to me, so I just take my buggy and I walk. And that way I'm not having to schedule out any particular time that's just for exercise. Only I'm doing it intentionally. I'm getting other things done in the process because after doing this, it's very exhausting. And the last thing I want to do is go for any walks, jump up and down doing any exercises. I just want to shower and go to sleep. That's how I feel by the end of this process. But sticking it in there, and instead of taking the bus or calling an Uber and physically walking to these destinations, is such an important part of my day because I get those steps in. I get to burn some calories in the process. Then when I come home and I got to unpack everything, I'm still constantly moving, so I am still burning calories. It still counts as a workout. And so this is the easy way to get a workout in. If you keep going until everything is done, you keep that heart rate up and you're burning calories and you're exercising other parts of your body actually when you're packing away groceries and things like that. You're bending, you're lifting, you're squatting. So you're hitting some other little muscles. Maybe not anything intense, but it's still something. I thought I had the fridge organized the way I wanted it to, and then I realized I did have to clean a couple of the shelves. I'm just filling back up the pancake mix here, and also I had this pasta sauce in the fridge in a breakable jar. I just switched that out to a plastic one. So that's the morning. Now it's afternoon. I'm back. You can see I've got meat and I've got veggies. So I'm back from the butcher. But I also stopped off at Dollarama to pick up a couple little things. And one of the things I picked up are these storage containers. They're great for food prep. I also pick up the basmati rice. I love to have this in the pantry. It is the easiest thing to prepare, especially if I need to get something cooked quickly for dinner. The pack of rice is cooked one of 2 ways. Either boil it for a minute in hot water on the stove, or you can put it in the microwave. So this is a great time saver for me, and this is how I normally store them. Pine Sol is not my favorite cleaning product. I cannot stand it. I find it so heavy. But in Dollarama, I did come across this Pine Sol. I have never seen this scent before. It is the Mandarin Sunrise and is divine. I highly recommend it. At Shoppers Drug Mart, I saw this exfoliating scrub. I've been looking for a good one for a while now. I used to get one from Bath and Body Works. I don't know what happened. They just stopped carrying it. I wanted a really good scrub that was thick and dense when you open it and wasn't super liquidy. And this is exactly what this is. I am obsessed with this. I actually used it and it is amazing. I found its companion, which is the Ageless Bath. It's a milk bath, and it has these really beautiful little pearls in there. After the scrub, I did in fact shower with the milk bath, and my skin felt amazing. And of course, as you can see the ingredients, the first ingredient is water, so you know it's a hydrating body wash. Love, love, love these. So far, I give it 10 out of 10. Now, I also picked up my Premier Protein. I was drinking these proteins prior to going on the program for my weight loss. And then while I was on that, it came up and the nutritionalist actually stated that this was one of the better protein shakes to take. So I was really happy because it is my favorite. I don't know if you guys can see the nutritional information. I tried to hold it up close enough, but I grabbed this in the caramel and I also grabbed it in the strawberry. Now, the flavor I really like is a banana one, but they're always sold out. The good thing is, when I went into Shoppers Drug Mart, not Shoppers actually, I got these from Walmart. When I went into Walmart, they had them 2 for $22 instead of the $15 each. So I saved quite a bit of money and I picked up a lot of packs of these protein shakes. I also enjoy the Pure Protein bars. This is a great alternative for anybody who has a sweet tooth because it does satisfy the desire to have a chocolate bar, and you're also not putting anything that's super unhealthy into your body. I mean, it's processed. Everything processed is a little unhealthy to some point, but it's a better alternative. So this is what they look like when you open it. And I like that it does have the individual nutritional guide on it as well, because if you forget how many calories or your calorie counting, then it's a great way to keep track. I don't calorie count or keep track of my calories, but I know that some people do. Actually, I shouldn't say I don't calorie count. I am aware of what I'm consuming, but I don't really write everything down to say like it's documented in a diary or anything like that. But on some people's weight loss journey, that works for them. So these bars having the individual nutritional value is great. And of course, this is the way that I go ahead and store them in my pantry. This is what the Premier Protein one looks like when I store it. Guys, what I love about this is these are the little drawers. If you haven't seen my pantry makeover or pantry reveal, check out that video because I have the links to these. These drawers are so amazing. I originally purchased them for my cupboards. They were a little too long, maybe 1/4 of an inch too long, so they ended up on the pantry, and I'm really happy because they really help to keep the pantry space super organized, and it doesn't have a lot of things all over. This was an absolute gem. I found these glasses in the dollar store. Yeah, in Dollarama. Mind you, they're $5, but they're really worth it. The quality is exceptional, and I have no glasses like this. This is definitely something I'm going to be using when I make my smoothies or my protein shakes. Another dollar store find that I'm obsessed with are these containers. I have them in 2 different sizes. If you guys check my pantry video, you'll see I'll show you my cupboard and you'll see how I have those organized, but they really come in handy. Now I'm unloading everything I got from the Chinese supermarket. It's the only place I can find my green seasoning. Love this green seasoning. I don't know why I can't find it anywhere else, and it's forever sold out in the West Indian grocery store. I don't really like things like salad dressing and stuff, but when I'm making my shrimp or chicken, it's nice to have a little bit of this sweet chili sauce. It's really tasty and I love it. These are all the vegetables that I got from the Chinese supermarket. I'll actually just go through everything with you guys because I know there's a lot on here. So I picked up my spinach. It's a huge bag of spinach. We have some scallions, some bok choy. I have lettuce, which is looking really sad right now. So I will be putting those in some water overnight to kind of bring back some life to them. I also have my bora, and which is something that my son really likes. I do this normally when I curry chicken. That's when I would throw in the bora. Then I have my cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, whatever you want to call them, but my tiny ones. I have some zucchini. These I will cut up and I will put into the freezer. I've got my mushrooms, 2 different types of mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Then I have my instant honey ginger tea. I can only get this from the Chinese supermarket. It's something I look forward to. This drink tastes amazing, hot and cold. I've got these giant cucumbers. They have to be almost 24 inches. They were 2 mangoes, but I ate one. And then from the halal butcher, I got some wings. And then I got some chicken legs that are all cut up. And I have some chicken burgers and also some beef burgers. And then from the Chinese supermarket, I picked up mackerel, which I fry like jacks. If you're from the West Indies, especially if you're Grenadian, you'll know what I mean when I say I fried like jacks, because that's a common thing that we do with our fish. But these all are going to be organized and put into containers and portioned out. And of course, I've got my Premier proteins that I've already packed away. Time lapse. This is what 2 hours of work looks like. I've literally cut everything up, portioned everything out. I know it's a lot, but it's really worth it. This is going to save me so much time over the next 2 weeks. In the freezer on the fridge is where I keep like my bora and any of my frozen fruits and vegetables that I cut up that I cook with. And then on the fridge part is where I keep my lettuce, my spinach, my mushrooms. Also have my cherry tomatoes, my cucumbers. And then in my vertical freezer is where I keep everything that's portioned out. The large container is family meals. So it's something that if I'm cooking for two. And then I have my smaller, thinner container. These are all single portioned. Shiloh can take from here to help himself, or if we want different meals for dinner. And then on the bottom of that is where I keep all of my frozen veggies that are bigger. So I have like my cauliflower, and that's cut up and sectioned out in there. And then I have this big bag of spinach. And if you guys haven't seen a video before, check out one of my cooking videos. You'll see one of my favorite things to do with the frozen spinach. And then I also, on the side of those, is where I keep my vertical bags, which I have to get from Dollarama. They're a lifesaver. I love these bags because they have a bit of a flat bottom. So I really like that. But this is my zucchini, and I just push it back. And that is a pack of 5 zucchinis that's in there. And then I also have my bok choy in there as well. And it's the same thing I do with my spinach. I freeze them and I just like to crumble these into whatever I'm cooking. Again, it's a huge time saver. And then I have my mixed veggies, and that's what it looks like. So this is kind of a close-up of everything. Those wings on top are being cooked on Sunday, so they're just seasoned and placed in the freezer for now. I ended up cutting up the rest of the cucumbers. I forgot to do that in the first part of the video. That's easy for making salads and just if you want to grab a quick snack. We go through a lot of cucumbers. It's something everybody in my home just really enjoys. I mean, we can go through these cucumbers in about a week. Dead serious. We love them that much. And here's all of the meals that are portioned out for the next 2 weeks, whether it's a single portion or it's a family size that I keep in my vertical freezer. Love my vertical freezer. I will never go back to another type because it's really easy for me to clean, reach, and see what's in there. And then we have the pantry, which I don't always keep completely stocked with unnecessary items. I only get what I need. The pantry will most likely be filled with drinks most of the time and then have a little bit of condiments. The winter time, it's filled with a lot of beans and things like that because I tend to make a lot of chilies. Some changes to the pantry that I've made is not to have any sugary cereals. I may get Shiloh his favorite cereal from here to there, but I do need to also pick up some granola and find some alternatives. Raisin Bran and Vector happen to be one of my favorites, but I don't like milk. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship, but it's not a necessity for me to have cereal in there. And also I've got toilet paper and paper towel to the top part of the pantry. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm looking forward to continuing to share parts of my life with you. Until then, I'll see you all in the very next video.